what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is going to be some videos, gonna change the aspect, videos of me just coding, all kinds of stuff, live, well, not live, but just unscripted, for the Market Monkey terminal. It's going to be some distributed systems programming in Go. It's going to be some UI. It's going to be a lot of stuff, all Go, cool stuff. Let's go. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace and love. I love you. So basically, we have this test layer. Actually, let me try to boot it up to see what we're going to do actually, right? So we have this moving average thingy indicator, which I was actually just prototyping. And now it's actually time to make it so we can have multiple of these layers on top of each other and yeah, whatever. So let's do that first, huh? So basically, I already renamed the test layer to the MA layer, which is moving average, right? And what we're gonna do is we are going to change this to MA layer, I would say. Actually, to be honest, I can do some VS Code shenanigans. MA layer, just like that. That's good. New MA layer, and I'm gonna say maybe a period here, which is so the period of the moving average. You can look it up. It's important. You have like the slow moving average and the fast, and we're gonna code some EMAs and SMAs as well, which is basically the same but different. So we're going to say new, and we're going to get the period in this. The question rather is, should we actually configure this with a color? Let's do no color for now. We're going to initialize all that stuff. This is broken things that I need to fix. Get to find the visible candle range in here. That's good, to be honest. Things are gonna be broken right now, I guess. Yes, this. So if I go here, I'm gonna say new MA layer. Let's do 21. Let's do a 100 one. Is that gonna work? No clue. New test layer. Okay, this is actually that should already work. New MA layer period. That's the thing, right? If we wanna moving, wait, just like that's fine. Some hardcoded stuff. So if you program things, I mean, from time to time, you're gonna do some crazy stuff, right? That's not correct, but it is what it is. Let's just give it 100 just for now. It doesn't really matter. Let's see what's going on here. Okay. That works, actually. The thing is, it's like a very big period, but we don't have the ranges for these things. You see this? How can we, and why is this layer display broken? Nobody knows. We should actually give it a color, to be honest, to start with, because otherwise it's going to be blue for every indicator you add. That's not what we want, in my opinion. I'm gonna give it a color. Color is gonna be color.rgba, just like that. And for the people who are wondering how this is made, it's with the Ibit engine, game engine, and Ibit engine UI. Which is actually headless, but it gives you some abstraction around like positioning and grids and all that stuff. Do we want this color? I guess we want that. So we're going to say color.rgba here. RGBA, this is fine. Color here. And then this is actually not good. Was for testing purposes. So we're going to render the line here in our color. L color, right? So now we're going to have some problems. Color names yellow. Place VS Code behave. Could be mean, of course. I think it's the latter. Purple. Do we have purple? We have. Let's do a 50. And let's do, I don't know, 10, 20, and a 50. Yellow, purple, and what do we have? Like teal or something? Teal. Tessel. I don't know what tessel is. We need to fix it here as well, right? Yellow is fine. Let's go. Okay, all right, now we have some indicator values here. I like that. What do you think? Some moving averages, huh? The thing is, there is something broken, and that's the... You see that it's lagging because indicators are lagging, right? So a lot of people trade with these indicators, but they are lagging because... you see, it's like you always. It's not like real time, right? These indicators. That's a little bit of a thing, but it gives you a good overview on an average overview on how the market is doing with price, right? Pure based on price, candle, open, close, whatever. Another thing is that is broken is this layer display here. What happens if I click this? The last one. This is weird. This is weird. Let me open up chart widget to see if we can fix that. Add layer. Add layer. By the way, you can actually have access to the source code. Just check the link down in the description. It's basically like an insider access that I'm selling, where you can have the source code, the updates, access to the app, and a little private Discord thingy where we discuss things, where I put some video guides in here and there. It's not a course, but it's like you can learn a lot of it. So if that's something for you, you can check the link down in the description. So add layer. So basically we're going to say here, we're going to loop over the layers we want to add. We're going to say if it's an overlay, which is basically overlay on top of the chart, it's going to be add the overlay. Otherwise, we're going to open up a pane. So if we do this, I mean, it doesn't make any sense. Chart overlays, we append this, we sort the layers. We clear the layer display, okay. Layer context. We initialize the layer with the context, okay, that's fine. The thing is that if I start, all my layers are gone. Okay, these change because we're gonna have more candles. That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. I am confused why this layer display. Let me actually check this. Let me open up app to see what's going on if we do not add these three bad boys here. It only actually adds the last one. Okay. So it's like a little bug that I did. A layer is going to be an overlay. We clear it. We create a row. I'm the most confused person on that planet. What did I do here? For each layer. Add overlay. Let's do a print line here, to be honest. Layer display. Children, maybe. Just to see what's going on. That's 4. And that's correct. It does it one time, actually. What's going on? Create row. The thing is, it should actually do this multiple times, right? It does it one time. Ah, wait, no. This is not correct. You see, yeah. It's doing. This is not correct. This is not correct. So it should give us like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the array, or 4, whatever. And that's because we cleared it here, which makes sense. Ah, okay. No. So we clear it, and that's a problem. And we clear it because we need to, it's with the indexes, whatever you want to call this. So what we need to do is we need to listen. I hear you. I get it. This layer display is not my best thing, but it works for now, and we need to loop again. We clear it here because we sort the layers, so the layer display is completely out of sync. That's why we're going to remove them and going to add them again. This is the layer context. It's all the same. So what we need to do, we need to loop over the chart.overlays. Layer or overlay. We add them here. We sort them. Okay, cool. And then we're going to actually say, cool, in range chart overlays. And we need to do all this stuff. Only initialize this layer. Shit. Wait. We're gonna do this one more time. Only one time. We initialize a layer. Then we're gonna loop over the overlays. And we're gonna just create a row. That's what I would do. Overlay. Not sure this is gonna work, but we can try. Yeah, this works. You see, now we have this beautiful thing going on. All right, now we have the MA. Yeah, that's gonna be the same MA. Okay, cool. Now we gaming. Now we gaming. I'm actually very keen to add a to-do here, like to-do, I don't like this, needs to refactor, but we all know the inevitable thing that's gonna happen is that these to-dos gonna stay to-dos forever. And then you need to have to-dos to clean up the to-dos. That's actually the sad thing of software engineering. Like, comments are good, but they stay a comment. Outdated. Lost in eternity. Let's go to app. And then we're going to actually add these bad boys back in. And now we're going to have all these things. Boom. So now you can see we have these test layers here. Which we actually want to have another name. We have something that is called the stringer interface in Golang, which is actually super interesting. And the stringer interface is basically, I cannot show you what it is. It's just empty stringer, actually empty stringer. For the people that don't know this, empty stringer. So the stringer is implemented by any value that has a string method, which defines a native format for that value, right? So you could actually implement stringer interface for any type in Golang, literally any, even for an int, for whatever, for your custom types. And it will each time you put that somewhere that is a string, it's going to automatically call string on your value type, if that makes sense. And we use this to basically display the name of the layer. So we are gonna actually do something like fmt s printf, and we're gonna say ma period. I don't know what would be a good thing. Period percentage d l period. It could be cool to, we don't have that. Huh? C'est quoi ça? We have a period here. Let me do some getter. MA, a little getter here, because private variable, period. Let's actually do something like this, func. And in Golang, you actually do not use getter and setters. You don't, most of the time, do not use like get, period, set, period is fine, but get, period, you don't do that. You do just like this, period. And it returns an int. And we're gonna return MA, period. In other languages, you do like get period, which actually makes sense. It doesn't really matter, but this is like most of the time people do just period instead of get period. You know, doesn't really matter. Don't be too get period. I'm actually. All right, so now we have this. So a cool thing would be to get this in the correct color, and there is something that is called BBA codes we can parse, but that's for later on. Let's do this, make again. Now they should have their periods displayed. You see? MA period 10, 20, and 50. Look at that. Beautiful, isn't it? That looks pretty good. The thing is, what happens if I change frames? Just works like a charm. No, this is broken because my PC sometimes turns on sleep mode and then my server doesn't work and yada, yada, yada. You know what I mean. But that looks pretty cool. 1 minute. Yeah. Auto. So one thing that I want to double check is the way they update. Because it's a vector stroke line, and lines with anti-aliasing is very, very compute intensive because you cannot batch them. The moment you're going to anti-alias stuff, you cannot batch these draw calls, and that's just bad. And we don't want to draw the line all the time. So we are going to actually double test that in render update, right? So what we do here is we're going to this is basically performance improvements. Like if the chart is dirty or the chart has just closed, yeah, then we're gonna actually clear the image, the underlying image of the indicator, and we're gonna render the update. That basically means that we're gonna do not recalculate the MA every frame, but only when the chart is dirty. When is the chart dirty? If we pan, if we zoom, all that stuff, if we resize, or the chart has just closed, it basically means that we just have a candle closed. We need to re-render that as well, right? So I just want to make 100% sure if I am in here. We need to fix this as well, this comment, because that's going to be, if we render this indicator in a pane, it needs to be a little bit different because we're going to have a separate scale on the y-axis, and that's a little bit problematic. Well, that's a different behavior. FMT println updating the MA indicators, just like this. So normally what's going to happen is, okay, cool. This is that. So you see, it's updating the MA indicators, but now we don't do anything, even though we're just rendering stuff on the screen, right? If we pan, it's rendering. Makes sense because we need to redraw them. If we zoom, it's going to be the same thing. Yeah, this is zooming the things, it's fine. So it's all good, in my opinion. You see, we don't overuse CPU. Very important aspect. All right, so let me delete this comment. I'm gonna do a git add here real quick and a git commit. Whip indicators, I would say whip MA indicator, just like that, right? So that's basically it. I'm going to keep these videos like around 20 minutes because otherwise it's going to be too long. It's well like a simple thing, like a simple video here, just me trying to do stuff to give you guys an idea how I code. Is it the best way? I don't know, but it's just my approach. So hopefully you can learn something about it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make another video very soon. It's where we're going to do the distributed actors. Right now the actors are kind of hard-coded. The different services of the backend here is hard-coded, the IPs, but we are going to use Hollywood cluster package to basically have a distributed cluster where everybody can self-discover, and that's going to be a nice video, so definitely keep your eyes on this channel because that's going to be very sweet stuff to learn from. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Cheers, peace and love.